Hey, it's Diane Vivas here, doing another segment for Austin Fit Magazine. I'm with Fit for Austin. Demoing for us today is going to be Coach Mo. He's got his own facility right off Far West. Great facility, great indoor location to come train at. He's going to be helping me today. We're going to talk about posture. Posture and positions actually start a movement, they're fluid through a movement, and they have to have that great posture at the end of every movement, whether it be squats, even something like burpees conditioning. We're going to actually focus on how these postures set you up as the prerequisites for running and change of direction mechanics. So I'm actually going to start Mo where he's going to lay on his back in a supine position. These are called dead bug variations because you're flipped on your back and you're going to be moving your limbs. And so he's going to actually set himself up so he's reaching his arms straight up to the ceiling. He's going to then, in a straight leg, he's going to raise his legs straight up to the ceiling. This is pretty advanced. You can start with a knee flex position, which is going to be a little less demanding. We're going to give a little bit more of an upper level progression to where now he's going to move the opposite limbs, getting extension, but he's going to make sure the pelvic position doesn't change. He's stacked his rib cage. He makes sure that the ribs don't flare. So everything in that great trunk stability shouldn't change. And so now he's going to challenge it with that limb movement. See how nice and controlled that is? The opposite limbs stay in that start position. That shows a lot of control and it makes sure that you're really focused in on that trunk stability. Awesome. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to go to the next one. This is a supported spine position, a little bit easier. We're going to flip into a prone position, a push-up position, to now show you the next variation. These are strength training exercises, but once you master them, you can actually use these as part of your warm-up progression. Now we're in a nice plank position, push-up position. He's really screwing in the shoulder, packing the shoulder in, keeping that space between his ear and his shoulder. Good solid position, posterior tilt, stacks the pelvis and that rib cage again. Dorsiflexion, good positive tension. Now we're going to challenge that trunk stability again by raising the opposite limbs. It's hard, it's very challenging. Watch how he really has to lock in that nice trunk stability to raise that opposite arm and opposite leg. There's nothing wrong with actually feeling your way through that. Notice the more he gets to feel it, the more solid it gets, and he really maintains that nice trunk stability. Feeling your way through it is how the body learns. Excellent, right there. So go ahead and relax right there. And now we're going to take Mo up into a standing position where we're going to use a farmer's carry. Now farmer's carries can be done with one or two. We're actually going to do an asymmetrical load with a one-arm carry. He's got to maintain that great posture, stack that rib cage over the pelvis, and now he's got to maintain that over a moving base of support. We're actually going to use a little figure 8 movement through here where he's just going around. And he's got to control that. Notice his shoulders stay level, his pelvis stays level. Even though he's walking, nothing changes in that posture. It really gives that feeling that I can maintain that position with a load, and it really gives you a great stimulus. Now you can transfer this posture and position into more dynamic things like your sprint mechanics, your change of direction. You're going to be able to take these prerequisites of movement and now apply them to really dynamic activities. So go ahead and drop it right there, Mo. And you know what? You've got a great guy right here. Once we have those prerequisites, he can help you with that, but he can also translate that into those sprint mechanics, help you with speed training, and you know what? You could even compete in the AFM Fittest next year.